Isn't it great when you don't have good lighting for a video? Gotta love it. Tomorrow is National Alien Abduction Day, so let me just tell you guys to please be safe. Be cautious. Don't go to school if you don't feel like it. Just kidding. Please go to school and please go to work and go to wherever you need to, okay? Hey guys, my name is Miranda and I know what you're probably thinking. Why didn't I upload a YouTube video last week? I can explain, I promise. My family was actually up in Carmel, California last week. Well, not all of last week, but for most of last week. We didn't have connection. I had zero phone connection. I couldn't, it just wasn't going to happen. So I apologize, I'm really sorry, but I promise I didn't abandon you. I am here. And I'm real excited for this video, you guys. I'm so excited. I just recently finished the Six of Crows duology and I have no words. So I have decided to do a book review on Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, both of them together in one video, because they're a duology, you know. This video most likely will be a little bit longer than my usual videos, so I'm sorry about that, but hey, at least it'll make up for no video last week. Sorry. So I'll first review each book separately and then I'll review them as an actual duology together. So let's go. So the first book is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, and guys, I have been anticipating this book for forever. Ever since I heard about it though, I have wanted to read it so badly, and I finally got both of the duology. I got them in the boxed set. Here's the box, I mean, yeet. Basically, to sum this book up, there's this island called Kerch, and in the city of Ketterdam, it's bustling with gangs and thugs and murderers and thieves everywhere. There's constantly chaos on this island and in this city. And amidst it all, there is this gang of 6 brutal teenagers who get together and go on a heist. But this is not your ordinary heist, okay? And these are not your ordinary people. A convict with a thirst for revenge, a sharpshooter who can't walk away from her wager, a runaway with a privileged past, a spy known as the Wraith, a heart trender using her magic to survive the slums, a thief with a gift for unlikely escapes. That's them. They go on this seemingly impossible heist to break a man out of a prison. A incredibly guarded and secret prison. What I really enjoyed about this book was the characters. I feel like they completely made it. No two characters are alike, which I mean, I would hope so. They each have their own struggles that they're dealing with, their own things that they have to work through on top of everything that they're doing and preparing themselves for when it comes to the heist. And it's very interesting too, because in this book you get all of their points of view. Except for one, I don't think you get Wylan. I don't think you get his point of view in this book, but you do get it in the second book. But it's very interesting because each character gets their own chapter or chapters for the most part. You get to see the backstory and you get to see what none of the other characters really can see when it comes to them and their personal lives. And I really like that. It really helps bring the characters to life when you can really see and really understand where they're coming from. Let me tell you, this book, what I really liked about it and what I think is so different from this book as opposed to other books is that it is controlled chaos. Leigh Bardugo has created this controlled chaos, and it's beautiful because the characters really come to life and they bloom out of this chaos, and you get to see that all happen, and you get to see how they interact and how they create more chaos. Oh, there is so much I would like to say, but I don't want to spoil anything. I also have to say that this book is beautiful. It has dyed pages. They are black, you guys. I also have to say there was never a point in time when I was reading this book that I was bored. I was constantly being caught off guard, but in a good way. Kaz Brecker, the leader of this gang, is a genius, and I found myself with every chapter, before I would read it, I would think to myself, what is going to happen next? What is Kaz and his gang of misfits, what are they going to do next? Either I'm a horrible guesser, or like, I just never could figure it out myself. There were constantly new surprises, and you constantly were on edge, and I loved it. I'm in love with the look of this book. I'm in love with the content in this book. I'm in love with the characters. It's a masterpiece. Alrighty, I've talked a lot. Time to move on to Crooked Kingdom, which also has dyed pages. Alrighty, so Crooked Kingdom started right where Six of Crows left off, which really surprised me, I have to say. I think I imagined in my head that the second book would be a completely different story, a completely different, like I knew the characters were the same, but I thought that the story and their heist was going to be completely different, completely separate, a completely different identity. I didn't think that it would continue so effortlessly with the same story. Now that I think about it, I don't know why I thought that way, but you know, it's fine. In this book, you follow the same characters, except this time the whole entire island, their whole entire world seems to be against them. Kaz has a pretty bad reputation with a lot of the merchants in this world because he keeps cheating people out and because he always is constantly finding loopholes in other people's plans. Nobody likes him, nobody trusts him, and nobody trusts anybody that Kaz associates himself with. So you have these teenagers who are trying to get through, trying to figure life out, trying to just make a living, and everyone around them is against them. They don't know who to trust. In Crooked Kingdom, Kaz and his team go out against their biggest enemy, and I forget which one they start out with because there's a ton of them. That's one thing I have to kind of warn you guys about, is that there are so many characters and there's a lot going on, and although it's easy to follow along and it's easy to understand what's going on, all of the characters kind of tend to add up, and for me, I kind of struggled with figuring out and remembering who was who. It's very easy and very simple to know who the six are, obviously. Kaz, Inej, Matthias, Nina, Jesper, and Wylan. At least that's how I think you say his name. I could be wrong. They are easy to know who they are, obviously, because you just spent this whole first book with them and getting to know them. And actually, this book, you get to know them on a whole deeper level too. Oh, this book made me cry because this book was full of characters that seemed so heartless and seemed so cold and separated from each other. The fact that I cried, I really was so shocked at myself, actually. I thought that because of how cold these characters are, well, they seem to be until you actually get to know them. But anyways, I thought that it would be hard to love these characters. I thought that it would be hard to really, really understand why they do the things they do. And I kind of understood towards the end of the first book, but in this book, I really, really got the sense of who they are as people separately and how that really contributes to their whole group when they go out on their heists. I just really loved it because you get this sense of love and security and hope in a world that is devoid of all of those things. It's so beautiful because that's really a message in this world, in our society, not just in this book. It really shines hope and love and light even in the darkest of times, and I really appreciated that. Now, both of them as a whole. This duology is incredible. It is a masterpiece and it's so diverse and I love it. I have to let you guys in on a little secret. When I was reading the first book, I actually didn't think I would like it that much. There are some scenes in this series that are very morbid. They don't last very long, but it is like a paragraph or two. And I kind of think to myself, oh my gosh, I won't be able to finish this. Like, there's no way I'm dealing with this. No, not right now. Goodbye. But I surprised myself, because the more you read about these characters, the more you fall in love with them, and the more you really get to know all of their struggles that go on deep inside. And I really liked it. I highly recommend these two books. I really feel like these books made me appreciate the world more. They really opened my eyes to a lot of things, and I really liked it. I really think that you guys should give this duology a try if you haven't read it yet. Now, for all of you guys who have read this duology, please comment down below your favorite characters, because I would love to discuss them with you, because I love them so much. I think they are my favorite part of this whole series. Actually, characters are always usually my favorite part of any book. I just love characters and people. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you all. Please be safe, make good choices, and I'll see you next time.